punishable offense. That was the felonious act. That was the job that didn't exist. There's a lesson in this. There is a lesson in this. The lesson is that we don't need facts anymore. The lesson is if you hate a president enough, if you resent him being in office strongly enough, the facts, they don't matter. The scandal, that doesn't count. You just start saying stuff over and over again. And whatever the facts, notice it tonight. Some of the cable TV shows, they're going full bore on this thing, as if none of these facts came out today. Just keep repeating it over and over again. Keep repeating it. This is not a crime. This is not a scandal. It's not even an ethical gray zone. It's nothing. No special prosecutor. No further investigation needed. No alternate facts or alternate view presented. No cover-up that you can tell. I mean, they said, listen, we'll get around to it. We'll let it out. If you got any facts, lay them on the table. Nobody had any facts, and so nobody laid them on the table. And here we are. This is the state of scandal when a sufficient part of the population just simply doesn't accept who the president is. Doesn't think he ought to be president. Didn't want him to be president in the first place. Whatever the issue, we wrap it up in a little bow that adds up to, he's not legitimate. He's not a president. Guy, no president. Look at him. No kind of president. And there's nothing that can't be applied to. Get used to this. Get used to this. This is increasingly the currency of political dialogue in Washington today. That's depressing. It's bad. It violates some of the basic understanding that smart, well-meaning people have when they, in good faith and with honest approach, discuss important issues in our politics. And sure, it's important who becomes a senator from Pennsylvania. It's a big seat. There's flux there because the guy who used to be in the job is not going to stay in the job. This is politics. And this is the way it is performed everywhere under all circumstances. And there was a fake scandal at the center of it. And now we know the facts, and I'm ready for some apologies here. I'll give you Sestak's words in a moment. I'll let you hear his reaction to it. The report is out. We'll go through it. I'll give you some of the language from it. You can get all the details right here. Don't go anywhere. We've got it all right here. Bauer saying, quoting here, quote, allegations of improper conduct rest on factual errors and a lack of basis in the law. This ought to be over. This ought to be over. And I can already see the phones lighting up. I know. Come here. You're going to tell me why this isn't over. 877-367-2526. 877-367-2526. Ellis Henican in tonight for Alan. Alan taking a couple of days on the holiday. You got me. 877-367-ALAN is our number. Are you with me? This scandal was a fake from the start. There were no facts at the center of it. There was just a seething, unrelenting insistence that something bad must have happened. Obama and the people around him must have done it. And it questions the entire legitimacy of the presidential administration. Right? That's where we are today. So how do we combat this? We will discuss that. Where does it go from here? We have to review that. And how is it that right at the center of our national dialogue today, this is what passes for scandal? I mean, there's so many real things out there, right? Let's go look at BP in the Gulf of Mexico, right? Let's figure out how we're going to get health care for people. Let's deal with immigration. How is it that we're going to get the workers we need in this country across the border in some orderly way? The phony war on drugs. There's so many things that really don't work well. How are we going to get people back to work in this shabby economy? What is it that's gonna jumpstart small businesses and technological advances and creating the growth potential that'll make this country the economic, political, and military power that it has every right to be? I mean, let's go wrestle with that stuff. I mean, that stuff matters. How are we going to get education for our kids? How are we going to compete globally? How are we going to deal with these lingering public health issues and education and science? I mean, that stuff, I mean, we need that. Joe Sestak getting a call from Bill Clinton saying, hey, do me a favor. We would really rather you stay in the House where you're doing great. Put you on a committee or two. Let me tell you, I wish when I were a reporter back in the day in Covington, Kentucky, Albany, New York, New Orleans, Louisiana, the places that I started my journalism career. Oh, my God, I wish I knew that were a felony. I'd have won 3 or 4 Pulitzer Prizes. You know what they called it back then? They called it politics. The same thing they call it today. Oh, and don't get me started on campaign contributions, by the way. I guess we're going to have to send the whole Congress to prison on that, right? 877-367-2526. I am Ellis Henican. We are weighing what passes for scandal tonight. Ho-hum. It's the Alan Colmes Show.
Everybody over there, get on up. Everybody right there, get into it. Everybody right there, get involved.
At 877-4-ALAN. 877-367-2526.
Get involved, get involved, get involved.
Get involved with Alan Colmes.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. Go to AlanColmesRadio.com and sign up for the premium podcast so you can hear all 3 hours of the show on a daily basis, commercial-free. That's Alan Colmes Radio.